go-to gamer site, right? And I looked at the Fly to Moon Espada game, and I realized like on the match ticker itself, nobody put English there. So I'm just might as well cost the game, guys. I'm gonna cost me some Dota 2 right now.
Welcome on back to TI8 Hub coverage here in beautiful Los Angeles, California. We're at the Summit House. BTS guys, the Moondog guys, everybody you know in Dota's here. We're all hyped. If you love Dota, this is the greatest time of the year, right? It's like Christmas. It's TI time. There's Dota 24/7. It's more like Thanksgiving. It's like the month before Christmas. Thanksgiving's the month. Yeah, I guess so. We're getting full gluttony here. We're just
What's
Thanksgiving?
Exactly. What's Thanksgiving?
American things. Thanksgiving.
Team pick.
Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what up? This is Dota 10. Hey. Wait, hold on. I literally just walked into my house right now, and I saw that Fly to Moon is playing against Espada. And actually, Espada's been my dark horse team. They've been doing a lot better than I expected them to be. I still think the grand finals of the CIS region is going to be Team Spirit going up against Espada, but against Fly to Moon, or Windstrike they're called now, after being signed by that team. But whatever. Either way, Windstrike is definitely the favorite. And Espada, ooh, just got hard counted. Feels bad, man. Alright, never mind. It's going to be a Windstrike 2-0. You know, I came through, honestly. When I saw this game, I'm like, oh, I actually think that this team could perhaps do well. Espada might be able to bring it back, you know. It could go well. Maybe at the moment, Windstrike, they've been playing too many opponents. They've been figured out. And then, you know, you first pick Bounty Hunter, the enemy team pick Spirit Breaker, then they pick Doom. Jesus Christ. Alright, so the reason why Doom is such a terrible hero to play against as Bounty Hunter.
10 seconds remaining.
Very often in the early game, you can't really do anything against both of these heroes, right? Are super beefy. So no matter who's on the 3 position, which is probably going to be the Doom this game, you as Bounty Hunter will be completely pointless pitching up to the enemy offlane. More than that, when you're playing as Doombringer, if you get tracked at some point in the fight, you just, you know, let's say you're the only person that gets tracked, that they're trying to kill you first with the track. You just pop the Scorched Earth, and then you're so fast that the bonus movement speed that you people get from track is nullified anyway. and then you just escape. So yeah, this is actually going to
10
be really
seconds
great
remaining.
for Wind Strike, I think. This Phantom Lancer coming next is kind of
5
okay.
seconds remaining.
It's decent against Doom. If you do find yourself being able to grab a stun anywhere, then what you can do... Oh wait, hold on. I just need to let people know that I'm casting. Fly to Moon versus Espada. No man, not click on clouds thing. There we go. What I was gonna say is that the PL is decent enough. You can farm pretty safely up against the Doombringer, and beyond that, after dealing with Doom, you can, if you get an early enough Diffusal Blade, throwing out constant mana burn onto this hero prevents him from being able to really be that useful in the team fights. So it can go well. I still prefer to play Doom than the PL in this matchup. But PL, if there is a safe lane carry that you're gonna pick, PL is one of the better ones in this situation.
10 seconds remaining.
At the same time, let's see these bans now. Disruptor taken by
5
Wind Strike.
seconds
Obviously, you
remaining.
have to ban Disruptor if you're playing
Radiant
Spirit Breaker.
team ban.
Espada ban, Ancient Apparition, and Gyro. I kind of like the Gyro ban. Oh, it's Leshrac, not Ancient Apparition. I like the Gyro ban, but I actually think they should have left Leshrac in the pool because they could actually use the hero themselves. As it stands right now, just the hero being gone from the game, I don't think is necessarily enough. But we'll see how Espada go about handling this. Because they need lots of magical bursts right now. Because they went for these heroes that need to take longer engagements, and I don't think you can do that up against Spirit Breaker and Doom. So maybe getting a young Luna, maybe Ancient Apparition. No, you can't have AA and Bounty Hunter. So they're probably going to have to pick like Lion for their other support. Or Elder Titan. Lion or ET would be great. Oh, Warlock is banned? Feels bad. Personally, I feel like Lion is probably the best option here. It's a hero that can actually do well up against Doom in the offlane. Because you just constantly mana drain this guy, and then he poses no threat to your safe lane hero anymore. Most of the time, the primary issue with Doom in the offlane is that he just runs at your safe laner, Infernal Blades him, and suddenly your safe lane hero has to actually use some regen to stay alive to keep on farming in the lane. But if that's not really an issue, and you just tank through all of it, whatever, then you're in a good position. Oh, what up, Sean McLaren? Hi, fam. What's up? What's going on? So where does Wind Strike go from here? Oh, Skywrath Mage. Okay. SWM, boy! So if you have Skywrath Mage right now, Mystic Flare is available for you. It can be extremely good against the PL, because if you throw out the Arcane Bolts, it actually follows the real hero. So it allows you to know with absolute certainty which is the real PL. Which is nice, you know.
5 seconds.
But is it the Arcane or the Concussive? The automatic one, the W. I think it's the Concussive, yeah, that does that for you.
Radiant team pick.
Espada go for Bane. I guess this is sort of Alliance style answer. So this is more lockdown, an incredible hero in the laning phase. You can actually zone Doom away by sheer damage. Also, it's good against Spirit Breaker because if you see the Spirit Breaker charging in, it's not that difficult to Nightmare him. And if need be, you can Nightmare the charged target, which Spirit Breaker will summarily awaken and sleep himself. Well, if he's not fast enough on the draw to cancel the charge on the way. And as well, having Fiend's Grip is always very good up against heroes like the Doombringer, who you can struggle to kill under regular situations. But having Bane means that you'll have more than enough time for PL to surround him, corral around him, and just, you know, cut him down by the knees. I'll be honest, guys, from the onset, I actually think Espada's going to lose. I don't think it's actually possible to win with Io, Bounty Hunter, Ricky, these kind of heroes. If there's a Spirit Breaker in the game, I think you're 100% guaranteed to lose. Well, not 100%, obviously. That's not how percentages work and statistics work. But this is a really bad matchup. And Skywrath Mage is also a really good matchup versus Bane. You can keep up with the amount of pressure that Bane normally puts out in the lane through sheer magic. Normally, Bane is going to have to, at some point, put a point into Enfeeble to harass the Windstrike offlane. But then they're just like, whatever, Enfeeble us or not, Enfeeble the supports or not, Skywrath Mage is still going to be dealing damage, so we don't really care that much. As well as the Silence is a very easy way to cancel out the Fiend's Grip coming out from the Bane. Now that you have the Faceless Void as well, Mystic Flare inside the Chronosphere. And Void is actually a really tanky hero, and they still don't really have burst damage on the side of Espada. Yeah, they're fucked. This game's over, guys. GG.
10 seconds.
Espada now,
remaining.
what do you do now that you've seen this Faceless Void? It's a safe lane Void as well.
5
You don't really have...
seconds
Oh,
remaining.
Axis ban, Clock is banned, Leshrax banned. What heroes? You could sort of play Razor off lane, but they need a teamfight initiator. So, you need like a Centaur or something. I think Tide takes too long. You need a hero that can run around with the Bounty Hunter. Sand King works really well as well. And it's a hero that can actually have an impact up against the Void in the laning phase. You just keep causticing the creeps. Eventually Void has to go away or put more points into the Time Walk. Either way, you're fine with that. I don't think you have too many issues with that kind of situation.
10 seconds remaining.
So what's next? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
5 seconds.
So Windstrike, okay,
remaining.
now it's just down to the mids, right? Windstrike are in the slightly better position here because they get to see the enemy mid revealed first.
Dire team back.
So Espada get to ban into pick though. So Pugna taken away. Man, they actually don't have many good options because they need a hero that can team fight. They need a hero that can lane decently and won't die if they get charged by a Spirit Breaker with Scarab Mage being nearby. A hero that might be able to, in some circumstances, survive a Chronosphere. A hero that could maybe buy a pipe. Okay, Sandkin can buy the pipe, but somebody can definitely at
10
least
seconds
buy the Hood of
remaining.
Defiance. Probably gonna be Death Prophet, right? I can't think of another hero.
5 seconds remaining.
They could go OD, but I think DP for the mid is where you go. Unless they want to take the risk and go for the Wind Ranger, which wouldn't be too terrible. Actually no, Wind Ranger would be awful. It would be way too easy to get silenced and just die completely. If Wind Ranger doesn't have the ability to get off the wind run, she doesn't have the best of times. Maybe Lina though, because Lina also has a good time buying the Lincoln Sphere, can put damage into the bubble if she's not caught inside it to zone the Faceless Void away. Also some burst damage that they distinctly lack right now. Yeah, I think probably Lina or Wind Ranger. As I think about it, Death Prophet just seems too slow. I think they need a much faster hero than that. Which team was it? I don't know if you guys were watching the CIS qualifiers yesterday. There was a team that ran Juggernaut mid. I actually don't think it would be too terrible here.
Dire team pick.
But let's see. They banned Zeus. They only have 10 seconds of reserve time, so very short time to decide on which hero they want for the mid lane. It's not that big a deal if they lose right now, because then it's just like, whatever, we lost, but we'll be back. There's still a lower bracket. You drop down to the loser final, whilst Windstrike would head to the grand final. And then you just have to play
10
up against
seconds
the winner
remaining.
of Double Dimension and Team Spirit, which is likely to be Team Spirit. So that just means you have to
5
beat
seconds
Team Spirit
remaining.
twice. Easy. Great. Fun times. Well, it's either that or you win right now. And yeah, they're not going to win right now. There's actually not a hero they can pick right now that would win this game for them.
Radiant team pick.
Ember Spirit.
Ember Spirit. Okay. Wow, that's some bravery. So I can almost guarantee you what they said to them. What they were saying, they were like, okay guys, check this out. They're like, there's no heroes we can pick right now which actually have great matchups, right? There's no hero we can pick that cannot be countered given the picks and bans that have been done. There's no hero right now that
10
we've picked that's
seconds
good
remaining.
against their entire draft. They're like, what do you want to play, bro? What do you want to
5
go for?
seconds remaining.
That'll make you feel happy. And yeah, let's just do that because it's just it's not gonna work on its own merits. Like, I'm willing to bet money that right now Misha just turned, right, looks to his left, looks to his right, and he says, okay, he's like, alright, ILTW, alright bro, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna win this game for us? So Espada have their 5 heroes. What's gonna be the last pick for Windstrike? Time is counting down for them as well. The one thing I do like about the Ember Spirit though is that it's a hero that can naturally buy Lincoln Sphere. You don't fear buying BKB all that much. It's extremely mobile, so if you can rely on your supports to get you good enough vision, which Bounty Hunter should be able to achieve for you, then you're always in a position where you can just avoid the fights, right? If you know where Doom is coming from, you know where you're being charged from, you can just skirt around the map. But this is a very difficult game to play as Ember Spirit. You have to be on top of your form the entire game. No, Nyx is gonna play the Ember. I thought ILTW was gonna play it, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. I kind of prefer... No, actually this is fine. This makes more sense to me now that I think about it. Nyx is the flashier player by far. So give him the flashier heroes. And this last pick though, I don't know how I feel about this last pick Wind Ranger. I was thinking that they'd go with this on the other side. But with Wind Ranger being available, it's a decent lane match. It's a very good lane matchup versus Ember Spirit. Because Ember actually absolutely cannot hurt you. I wouldn't be surprised if Iceberg ends up dominating him. And because of the fact that there's also a Spirit Breaker in this game, if you ever get charged while there's 1 or 2 creeps in your lane, you're gonna get shackled and you're gonna die. I do like that Ember Spirit will have the Flame God, so the usual power shot spam might not come out as much from Iceberg. But just given the disadvantages of Ember in this lane, I still have to favor Windstrike predominantly in this situation. So what you guys think? What you guys think? I still stand by my initial prediction that there is a very low probability of a win going the way of Team Espada with the draft that they have at their disposal right now. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm willing to own that. So, and personally, I would like to see a third game. So, you know, there's no losers if the game goes to the third one. It's really chilled. Like, nobody ends up being negatively impeded by that. It's more practice for Windstrike, more Dota for us. It's just win-wins all around, guys. And right, let's get into it. This is the last game of the day from the CIS region of these qualifiers. Winner of this is going to find themselves in the grand final, a single best of 5 away from going to TI. So medium importance game this. Silence is going to find himself in a bit of trouble. BZZ's perfect body blocking him. Alright, we're trying to force him to level up Time Walk at level 1. So now they don't have to be afraid of harass damage from the bash, as well as knowing that the Time Walk's been leveled means that Immersion can just do this, what he's doing right now, just consistently harass him. I think they're gonna really try for this kill. Always on the fly is falling a bit low, but I think they just want the bounties. Trying to ensure that they get to... Immersion will have Windwalk in a second, he's gonna be fine. They actually might not get this. I think they might have to leave. Iceberg does a lot of damage. Misha's gonna die for this if he gets it. Nope, Iceberg just picks it up anyway. Well, Iceberg's like, guys, really I have to come all the way just to make sure this happens? Come on now. So he gets it, and our Wind Ranger's going to be headed middle. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully for Windstrike, this is their last game of the day and directly into the grand finals. And hopefully for the rest of us, Espada is able to bring this back. So on the Windstrike lineup, on the Radiant side, Iceberg is going mid on this Wind Ranger towards the top side of the map. Scareth Mage being played by No Fear. We've got Doombringer being handled up by Non Grata. Down towards the bottom lane. Always wanna fly. So on the Spirit Breaker, and last but not least is going to be the hard carry Silent playing on this Faceless Void. On the opposite side of the matchup, on the side of Team Espada, BZZ is perfect. He is going to be playing the Sand King. We already saw Immersion playing this Bounty Hunter, who's just dragging this creep wave away to ensure that BZZ can get a very fast level 3. What a nice guy. What a cool dude making this happen for his player. Nyx is in the mid lane playing on the Ember Spirit, who is thus far actually having a decent time. I think it has a lot to do with how well he blocked. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but he got the block mostly on his own high ground, which is always a good thing. But that mostly due to the fact that Iceberg had to go and pick up a bounty route, so wasn't able to block off the lane. Nevertheless, it's going to lead to a much better start for Nyx than I'm sure even he anticipated, and he's very happy right now. Towards the top side of the map, we have Misha playing on the Bane Elemental, and last but not least, ILTW. George W. playing on the Phantom Lancer. So right now he's not going to be enjoying this off lane all that much. Just being spammed out by these spells from Nofia, who is going for a ton of mangoes, lots of regen. Out of it now though, so some reprieve shall be available soon for ILTW. Erstwhile at bottom, I want to see when we're going to see the first charge towards the mid lane in particular. I don't think it'll be necessary for a while.
The
Iceberg is going to be
flames
fine.
rush forth.
And Haste Rune picked up
Nuh-uh.
by Nyx. Nyx also just was getting back all the regen. Nyx are trying to get some damage out onto Iceberg with this Flame God at level 2.
You have been denied.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually went for the Slide of Fist, a very early level in that. Normally you don't see that before like level 5. ILTW almost died at top. The Hadouken nearly killed him. But still has a salve, should be okay. Should be a photo away. Yeah, he's Gucci, no stress. But what's not great is the fact that Espada is starting to fall behind on CS somewhat. Top lane though, they might try to make a play directly onto Non-Grata. He's being surrounded right now. There's a Spirit Lance. The Brain Sap was out as well. He has gone in for the Scorched Earth, juking and jiving in the trees, and he's okay.
Dire's top tower
Remember when I was
is
saying in the
under
draft that Bounty does literally nothing versus Doom offlane? That's kind of an example of what I meant. Different offlaner might have died there, but he's just like, oh, he's got an overvalue and a Janata slow, whatever. I have Scorched Earth. I press W, then I just don't die. I just walk away from you, like whatever. And he's gonna be fine, dude. Not gonna have any issues here. They can even leave Silence at bottom, farming alone versus the Sand King. We see Always On A Fly is propped up to start the charge towards mid. Already Skywrath Mage Nofia has positioned himself to be able to follow up on this kill, but looks like it's not gonna happen. They should try to do something though, because Silent doesn't need help anymore, really. Once you've hit level 3 on this Faceless Void, and you can't get immediately killed. Oh wait, you do see a charge onto, oh, just a creep, regular lane creep. They don't have a Sentry Ward down to scout out. BZZ is perfect. I miss that name. This 633 is kind of boring, but BZZ was really cool. We do see Immersion heading back to the top side of the map. The one good thing that is going the way of Espada though, both their off-lane heroes on both sides have equivalent amounts of farm. And the fact that BZZ is perfect, is spending most of the time alone, guarantees him greater levels than the Doombringer. We can already see that right now. He's a full level ahead of the Doom. So this is a situation as well at bottom where up until the point where Faceless Void has Chronosphere, there's absolutely no way for a kill to happen onto the Faceless Void, onto the Sand King from the Faceless Void. Mid lane, we did see a charge from Always On A Fly, but it's not going to achieve anything. Just kind of a drive by, a high by. Non-Grata's going to try his luck again at top with Immersion, but they've already committed some of these spells. Misha might be in some trouble. The Hadouken flies out onto the Bane Elemental. They're going to turn onto Nofia perhaps, and the charge coming in from Always On A Fly onto Misha. Now Misha's definitely in trouble. They're going to try and chase this hero down. He's trying to juke and jive. We're trying to get the Nightmare off. Is there going to be a first hit bash? No, they will not. But they do force him away from the bounty runes. But never mind, it doesn't really matter because the god that is BZZ is perfect. He understands, get these runes ASAP. And he also knows that Void is bottom. Void will not going to want to take a break from farming to go pick up some bounties. So saves his team from giving up 3 runes overall, which is pretty great. Man, this is starting to get look at this CS though, starting to get a bit out of hand, especially this mid lane. Iceberg is 30 and 15 versus the 18 and 1 of Nyx. And I guarantee, I'm willing to bet all the money I have in my pocket right now, which jokes on you is none, that if Ember Spirit had not actually gotten such a great block off in the lane, this could easily have been a double matchup. Top lane though, we have an engagement. The charge will come out to try and save Nofia, but Nofia does go down. It's going to be the first blood for this. Always On A Fly. Charge does catch out onto ILTW. Non-Grata doesn't have Infernal Blade, has it now, a second later. Not going to be able to turn that around onto anybody. He's still level 3 actually. So even if he did get the Infernal Blade proc, would not have nearly been enough damage to actually get a kill. So this is still pretty good times. Nice first blood though, going the way of Misha from the Bane Elemental.
The rune of invisibility.
Top lane. We do see a charge going out onto LCW. This time they're gonna try and get the proper kill onto it. There's the Hadouken. Where is the bash? Nightmake does come out, but the Infernal Blade is gonna secure this kill at the end of the day. Now Misha definitely in trouble. The courier does come, deliver some items to non-Grata. They got the kill onto Misha after the bash from Always on a Fly. They do not have any reveal, but Always on a Fly. That was actually a really interesting move. He TP's out right in front of the face of the Bounty Hunter. He knows Bounty is around, but he also knows that if Bounty tries to interrupt his TP, Bounty's gonna die just like that, giving a triple kill over to non-Grata. So sure, a turnaround kill does go the way of No Fear, but that's hashtag worth, really. Triple kill for your offlane Doombringer, who are struggling in terms of overall levels in CS. Now is the, okay, not the same level as Sand King. Sand King is still really far ahead. But got a lot of gold out of that. Having just picked up Soul Ring, in fact, already got something else. What is it? Oh, 4 face boots. Nice. Is this BZZ being charged this time, or is it still one of these creeps? Oh, BZZ properly. Silent does have Chrono, so if they really want to, they can do it, and they are. Oh no, I would not go for this, guys. He's actually kind of tanky right now. Like 1000 health. You know, 5 armor, because he was right next to his own tier 1 tower, so he got that bonus armor going. Yeah, it's gonna be a very difficult kill. Just keep farming, Silent. Don't even worry about it, bro. I am worried now for Nyx. Where is he at? He's back at base, TPing towards the mid lane. Immersion now, maybe gonna try and make another move towards the top side of the map. But I'm not sure if they don't actually have the kill potential. And they don't have dust, only have sentries, so they won't be able to chase Immersion. So this is just gonna end with him running away. Still level 3 though. What's level is Always on a Fly? They're the same level, but I think it's more important for Bounty Hunter to do stuff, because Bounty skills don't actually help you win fights and the like. You know, they just help you get more and more gold and surprise your enemy with enough damage to just tick them over the edge. Whereas Spirit Breaker can actually provide utility in the team fight. Are they finally gonna try for this? Okay, Silent's doing it now. Silent's prepping BZZ by just beating him down somewhat, so that by the time the charge hits, you could chrono him. But sadly, this Obzord... Yeah, sorry bro. Sorry bro. I was saying earlier in the draft that what they need to do on the side of Espada is make sure that they actually have adequate vision across the entirety of the map to ensure that nobody gets surprised, especially by the Spirit Breaker. And thus far they've done so. Spirit Breaker has only been involved, well, he's been involved in 2 of his team's kills, but could have been a lot more, especially at bottom. This ward in particular done a lot of work to save our Sand King from dying. And where's Nyx at? Nyx is level 6 right now. What is the respective network? Jesus! Yo! Alright, he's going top to try and get a kill onto non-Grata. That'll put him back into the game. The Remnants forward. They're gonna get the Nightmare out onto No Fear. The Silence though onto the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit does end up getting the kill onto the Skyrath Mage though. So that helps him somewhat. Not gonna be a lot of gold though. Still, you know, something is better than nothing. But that being said, look at this disparity. Iceberg is at 4,200 CS. Ember Spirit is 2,000 gold behind him. Man, this Wind Ranger, she is tearing shit up. And now they've got the immersion kill. Iceberg, focus fire, down onto Nyx. Nyx, oh, the shackle shot connects. And now that the power shot afterwards gives enough vision for the Spirit Breaker to charge onto Ember Spirit, which gives more than enough vision for Iceberg to finish off the movements with the focus fire and get the last right click to get a kill. And it doesn't really get much better for the Ember Spirit. LTW, what's up, bro? What's going on here? Iceberg does have Wind Run now, so they actually will not have the damage to kill on the Wind Ranger. That's another thing as well about this last pick Wind Ranger. The moment that she starts running, oh, Mystic Flare does catch PL, but PL will Phantom Rush through it. That should be okay. The moment she gets gone on, right? Because the only things that can actually kill her before she is able to get off the Wind Run is if they throw literally everything at her. As in the Burrow Strike with Epicenter, a Fiend's Grip, maybe some Roots with Ember Spirit jumping in. And that leaves lots of space for Void to just come in and say, okay. Man, this is actually starting to become an issue. They have 3k gold lead ahead at the moment for Wind Strike. Oh, nice. Okay. Immersion will at least get a courier kill. So that evens things up a little bit. He's gonna die for this, but you're okay with that. They give the kill over to No Fear. Oh no, it's gonna be always on a fly. Oh, they trade it. Tower takes the last hit. How far is W Ranger from the Maelstrom? She's very close.
Radiant's bottom
This isn't
tower
even the
is
kind of
under
game where
attack.
she desperately needs to buy the 4 stuff, really. I think she can get away with going much
Radiant are
greedier
scanning.
after getting the Maelstrom and just going straight for the Blink Dagger. They're gonna try for this kill at bottom onto BZZ. Scareth Major has made the movement. No Fear is here. Understands that BZZ is also around. It's gonna be a straight up chrono. I think they're gonna Mystic Prayer. He's dead.
Dire's middle tower.
They also got bonus vision of him thanks to the Spirit Breaker.
I foresaw your death the moment you
So it did cost 2 ultimates, but whatever. You know, as Void, it also gets really frustrating to not be involved in kills. Now that he's got one, feels very good. Bane is going to try to do the same at middle by committing an ultimate. He's smoked up, does have Fiend's Grip. Immersion is nearby as well. Alright, here we go. Iceberg. It's going to get gone on. Nyx does have all 3 remnants available.
Dire's
Misha
bottom tower
is on the
is
high
under
ground.
attack.
He's ready. They're waiting. But what bad timing. As they go in for this is when Iceberg decides to back off a little bit into the jungle. Always on the fly is now going to take up some of the space at mid. This is very unfortunate. And because Ole's on a fly is right here, that means that at the moment the Feast Group comes out, it's going to get charged and cancelled. It's still going to be in more than enough damage. Oh, no, it's not. They didn't kill him before the Wind Run, but the Slide of Fist combo will be enough to do so. The Doom does come out onto the Ember Spirit. Beautiful Nightmare onto the Spirit Breaker to prevent it from chasing deeper onto the Ember Spirit. Ember's going to survive the duration of the Doom.
Radiant's top tower is
Non
under
Grata
attack.
and Ole's on a fly will both be tracked up. Unfortunately for Team Espada, that was only a kill after, or they got the kill before level 6 was achieved for the bounty. I believe so, right? Yeah, I only got 2 tracks off that fight. So he got the 6 from that
Radiant
kill
structures
and
are
wasn't able to turn
fortified.
that into more gold for his team. I think they got a bit lucky. Not lucky. Nyx, let me just give credit where credit is due. Nyx with that Slide of Fist combo did a great job. Without that, definitely Wind Ranger survives, and then that gank
Radiant's
is
top
worthless.
tower is under attack.
Man, look at the level difference. Nyx is level 8, Iceberg is level 11. Oh my god, that's crazy. That is
Dire
insane.
are
She's got
scanning.
Maelstrom right now. Actually, it's gonna come on soon on the courier.
Dire's middle tower
And she's gonna
is
get
under
this tier on
attack.
tower. They're moving bottom to perhaps try and find Silent, but Silent,
Radiant's bottom tower
look at
is
his
under
movement.
attack.
Not only does he leave the lane, he leaves all of it. He doesn't just retreat to the tier on tower. He's going home, guys. He's gonna go home, finish his Mask of Madness, buy a TP boots or buy a TP scroll, hit top, farm Dire or Radiant Triangle, and be okay. Not gonna get involved in these fights. Always on a
Radiant's
fly
bottom
now. Gets
tower
caught out
is
by
under
Nyx, who has a
attack.
double damage during the track.
Dire's
He's gonna be
middle
out
tower
onto
is
the
under attack.
Spirit Breaker. They do find the first kill. Now Silence going out onto Immersion. Mystic Flares. What at the power shot? Wow, Iceberg eviscerates the bounty hunter.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they get a decent kill. A track kill. Ooh, look at that. They
Dire's
smoke.
structures
Who
are
got this
fortified.
ward out? Oh my god, when? How? Why? Oh my god, this is amazing. This is one of the best wards for this. Like, that's 100 gold completely well spent because no one's gonna die from this. Silence might have considered going back to farm bottom, but now that he knows that there's a smoke there, he's just gonna not do that. And this is also more time that Nyx is not really getting much farm.
Dire's top tower
And
is
honestly,
under
Nyx
attack.
is gonna be the guy that needs
Radiant's
to turn the
bottom
game
tower
around for
is
his
under
team.
attack.
LTW, as farmed as he is, PL can only do a certain amount of carrying by himself, and they're gonna
Dire's
need
top
the disruptive
tower
presence
has fallen.
of this Ember Spirit if they want to ever
Radiant's
win this
bottom
game.
tower is under attack.
They need that magical burst, yo.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nyx is still continuing the journey to Maelstrom. Iceberg has it. Silent has MOM. And now Diffuser Blade finally arrived for LTW. So they
Radiant's
need to take this
bottom
tier on tower
is
bottom.
under attack.
Use that as more leverage to take over space in the Radiant top part of the map. Mid lane, they know Immersion's around here. And yep, they got him. Dust of Appearance catches him out.
Radiant's
Silent
bottom
with
tower
Iceberg
has fallen.
right on top of his body. They bring him down. They do manage to get a tier 1 off of this. Blink Dagger revealed on top for BZZ, going directly onto Non-Grata. Non-Grata's going to get epicentered up as well as rooted by the Ember Spirit, but he's going to die regardless. He throws out the Doom with the Hadouken though. This is going to kill the Ember Spirit. Ember gets denied. That's the most interesting thing, is that because of the fact that they had to take the additional time to go for that Ember Spirit. What a sick play. If that was on purpose from Non-Grata, because he throws out the Doom, right? Looks like he knows he's going to die. So he throws out the Doom, throws out the Hadouken as he sees the Ember Spirit running into the trees, and then he runs the opposite direction, knowing that, yo, they can either deny him or they can kill Doom. They can either deny Ember Spirit or they can kill Doombringer. They can't do both at once, and they decide that Ember Spirit not losing any kind of gold as a result of a enemy death is more important than the gold you get from killing Doom. So they choose to deny Ember Spirit, and then Doom escapes. Yo, if that was the plan from Non-Grata, that's the ultimate in heads-up plays there. Immersion now pops a dust, and yep, Bounty gets dusted again, finds himself being caught with the time dilation, gets bashed, he's killed. Now, here's going to be the Burst Strike. Mystic Flare flies out from Silent. Silent time walks into the Roshan pit, finds Misha. Oh, Shadow Amulet downs actually. Misha has no idea where he's at. They do find the kill onto the Scarlet Mage. Now, Misha will throw the Nightmare out onto the Doombringer. BZZ is getting charged right now. Still has Blink Dagger. Feed Script being charged off by Misha. Misha gonna use it to kill the Doombringer. Non-Grata will die. This time they spare no expense in bringing down the big old Doom. 6 BZZ diving behind the Sion Tower. They're gonna find always on a fly as well. Man, BZZ with this Blink Dagger since picking this up. Been involved in lots of movement across the map. They found 3 kills. So great tally for them to pick up on the side of Team Espada.
Radiant are scanning.
Double damage empowers me.
Oh, Immersion dies again. How many deaths did he die? 7 deaths, but that's actually okay. Do you guys remember how Pilot Die used to play Bounty back in the day when you used to spam this hero? Just making sure you're tanking kills for your team is all good.
Dire are scanning.
It's all good. Nyx right now has the Maelstrom with this DD, so it's going to give him a lot of farm for now. The charge going bottom actually directly onto Misha. Misha able to get the Nightmare off there onto the Faceless Void Silent. They get the thing taken off him. He can Chrono. He's going to go for the bigger kill, but ILTW finds himself not being inside the Chronosphere. Silent completely messed that up, unfortunately. And they're going to end up losing both of their supports over this. Nyx is on the chase now as well. They have to get out. The Blink Dagger will not be able to catch them up. Man, BZZ has been playing so well. Oh my god. How does he only have 2 assists though? That's very strange. Like here, mid lane, they get a bar strike off onto Iceberg. Iceberg is going to get brought down. No, gets the Windrun off thanks to the fact that there is going to be a nice bash from Silent to cancel out the feed script. They're going to get the kill onto BZZ as perfect immersion. Ooh, almost got caught by that power shot. Would have actually killed him. So this time, Iceberg, excuse me, stays alive.
Mere coin.
Immersion gonna pick up some bounty runes because he is a bounty hunter. They actually get all 4 this time, except for the sun over here, but they're gonna get there eventually. Always on a fly is gonna be kind of pissed. It's gonna be like, the hell, bro. The hell, bro. Where's our money? They're gonna charge mid though. The blink hit from Non-Grata. Non-Grata was actually looking for the blink too. Making that play is actually kind of impossible onto Ember Spirit if an Ember is paying attention. The only way you can really do it if you're playing Doombringer is if you have the Centaur creep consumed, and then you can do the shift Q the Blink of Stomp, and then you can catch the Ember Spirit off guard. But the cost animation for the Doom is just way too long for that to ever happen, even with this Blink Dagger. Does have level 2 Doom though. Oh, he doesn't. He just has level 12. Because he went for, I think he went for the max points into Scorched Earth. Bottom. They found BZZ again. Always on a fly will be able to ult him back and then ensure that they get this kill. They don't feel like they need the Chronosphere this time. Oh, we do see Doom jumping forward, looking for Immersion. Immersion trying to run himself away. Nice roots from Nyx. This Ember Spirit, man. Now, as I'm watching him play, I'm feeling more and more confident that they're just like, dude, what do you feel you can win on? And he's like, trust me, boys, give me Ember. Now he's gonna get more kills. Feed script onto Iceberg. Iceberg is just going to die here. BKB used actually by Iceberg. And now Shackle Shot going onto this Ember Spirit. Ember falling very low. What a play! What? This early BKB is so set. Instead of going for the Blink Dagger like I was saying earlier, just realizes that in this game, the only things that she's really afraid of are the Fiend's Grip and the magical burst from Sand King, Ember Spirit, as well as losing all of her mana due to the Diffusal Blade, burn from the Ember Phantom Lancer illusions. Removing all those problems with a single item, you buy BKB, suddenly you are not at all concerned. We saw what happened there. She was on the cusp of dying, pops her one in a BKB, and then she's certain that she's gonna survive that fight. And now bottom, Mystic Flare combo going out again onto BZZ. Didn't he just respawn? Feels bad, bro.
You're not in it.
Feels hella bad. Game is hard. So now Windstrike. As well as they're doing though, ILTW is still the most farmed hero on the map. I want to see what he's going to be able to do with this PL. We haven't seen this hero being at the front line of the fights. He's sort of come in to clean up house when the fights have already been ensuing. But nevertheless, they've enabled him a lot. 5-1 and 3. And I like the fact that he went for the Sword of Defiance. Definitely the kind of game where this item is required.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now they're also playing the kind of game where they can afford to wait a bit. Like, they know that they're behind right now. So taking your time to get more and more farm, especially since they have some really good farming items. You know, the Maelstrom on Nyx, and just a PL being PL. Not really a farming item, more like a farming skills. And they're also going to be buying the aforementioned Lincoln Sphere on Ember Spirit. Completely necessary item. Oh, they have to pause. Just wait up, guys. Give us a minute. So with this pause, now we have a little bit of a moment to take stock of our surroundings and our situation. I am a bit concerned that as much as Espada is actually getting out of being able to run around the map, create space for ILTW to farm, I think they need a BKB after. Oh, they're gonna go Aeon Disc. Alright, cool, that's fine as well on Nyx. Because I was gonna be very concerned about the fact that he could still just die regardless, even through the Lincoln Sphere. Like, he could block the Lincolns. The Lincolns could block Ancient Seal, and then he gets doomed anyway and dies. But if he has Aeon Disc, that helps a lot. And it means that if you get Chrono, there's less chance. There's actually no chance that you die inside the Chronosphere itself. Oh, there's a chance, but I think it would be poor targeting from the side of Windstrike if they do decide to go on this Ember Spirit once he has Aeon Disc inside the bubble. Silent now has already just finished off the Maelstrom, can start looking towards the BKB. No fear, just wants Aetherlings, yo. Like, not very lofty ambitions, just Aetherlings. You know, I think life a bit easy for you guys. Let's see what talents anyone's got. Doom doesn't have any, because you want to finish leveling all your spells as Doom. And Doom did do the smart thing, actually change for the Centaur creep. Now it does have Hoof Stomp. Silent's gonna die though. Misha's got him. Misha's got him. He's dead. And Fiend's Grip will be there. They get the silence off. Oh, here comes Iceberg going in with the focus fire. They've only gotten the 1 kill. Now we do see the jump forward from Nyx. That'll actually put him in danger because Non-Grata can get the Doom off onto him directly. They've only gotten 2 kills off of this. ILTW might be in trouble. Gets caught by Always on a Fly's level 6. Epicenter coming in from BZZ is perfect. The silence is there onto the Scarlet Mage. 3-man Burrow Strike stun, but Iceberg is still able to find the power shot. And now the Shackle Shot onto the Sand King. This is going to be yet another kill for the Wind Ranger. A triple kill for Iceberg. And now we have the stun going out onto the Bounty Hunter. Immersion. Windrod will not save you, my friend. It's gonna be another kill for Non-Grata. So that's 5 heroes that go down in this fight towards the bottom lane. They came in for what seemed to be a quick and easy engagement onto the Faceless Void. They do kill him as well as the Scarlet Mage, but Scarlet Mage buys back, and suddenly Man, in that fight, we saw the work of Wind Ranger, yo. With this BKB, lost no health. Like, actually lost no health. Could just run around, do whatever she wanted. Nightmare is out onto the Doom. I don't know if they're going to try to do something from this, though. Misha doesn't have any additional abilities. They get the roots out from Nyx. But here comes Iceberg. Shackle Shot will be there. It doesn't really matter, though, because Misha now charged up. The right clicks will be there from Iceberg. One more hit. No chain lightning will proc from that. So that's going to be a kill. Focus fire from Iceberg. Still flying forward. The nice start of BZZ is perfect. Catching 2 heroes. They've already got always on a fly. Non-Grata trying to escape. The remnant forward by Nyx. Iceberg on the high ground of the fight. Already got a kill onto ILTW. And now looking for Misha. They brought him down. Nyx able to get a counter kill onto Non-Grata. Silent is looking to be able to get off the chrono, will be able to find him onto the Ember Spirit. Ember goes down. BZZ is perfect. Is in the trees, or in the river rather, blinks onto the high ground. And that was a great blink. Should be able to actually escape from this engagement as a result of that. So another engagement that actually looks like it might go the way of Team Espada. But it just takes too long to kill these heroes. And in the time that's happening, Iceberg, Silence, these guys can just deal with the backline, because most of the time in that engagement was spent bringing down the Space Cow as well as Doombringer. These are not heroes you want to have to deal with. BZZ is also going to get caught now with the charge. Oh, not before the bar strike at the epicenter does come out though. And will they be able to actually bring down Nofia? Nofia doesn't end up dying, but because of the power shot as well as the Mystic Flare, BZZ as well as the Bounty Hunter will die in close proximity to one another. Silent gets the 1 kill, Iceberg gets the other. And Espada, guys, are struggling right now. 6k gold lead in favor of Windstrike. Is this a full Ags? Oh my god, what the hell is this? Ags, BKB, Maelstrom with phase boots with level 20 at 27 minutes into the game. Iceberg. And now also got that wind run talent, which is bonkers, because that means she can wind run through the fight with focus fire and you won't actually be able to see where she's attacking you from. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Bottom Nyx, they're gonna try and get the kill onto him, but I think he's got a remnant out. Should be okay, unless there's a first hit bash. No first hit bash. No Fear is not going to be in the vicinity in time to throw out the Ancient Seal. So quick escape by this Ember. Ember is now 5,000 gold behind Wind Ranger. Yay! Game is hard, guys. Game is very, very hard. So the gold lead has now extended to the 7k mark. Team Espada. I haven't seen them make use of their smokes in a while. No, I'm like, they used it in the previous fight where they got team wiped at bottom. That's when they popped the smoke. They might need to do so again. And because of the fact that they line up right now, they don't have anybody that naturally builds either Solar Crest or the Medallion. They don't have any natural Roche taking at the moment. Top lane, Non-Grata just gonna straight up solo kill BZZ. It's just how he rolls. It's like, whatever. Immersion coming top. They're gonna try maybe get a counter kill out of Non-Grata. He throws out the Spirit Vessel onto him to prevent it from being able to blink away. But Non-Grata just walks away from him because he's got Shiva's Guard and drums. He's like, whatever. But yeah, because they don't have any of those items that reduce armor, it's much more difficult for Team Espada to even think to themselves, okay, let's maybe try and force them to the other side of the map and then use that time to play with Aegis. Maybe that helps us turn the game around. Right now, they're kind of landlocked into a sort of impossible situation.
Radiant are scanning.
Immersion running around with Spirit Vessel in tow. And level 2 track, not really able to contribute that much. Windstrike could actually Roche right now. With this BKB especially, and just with the sheer right click damage they have, yeah, they could just take Roche. And they also know that Espada would be suicidal to fight them right now. I mean, sure, they're all clumped up inside the Roshan pit, great for a Borrow Epi combo, but that's literally it that they're scared about right now. Nothing else is scary. Immersion gonna find himself getting caught out on the high ground. There's gonna be the stop from the Doombringer as well as the Infernal Blade, the chase down, Windstrike, get Aegis, bring down the support, and we'll also turn this into a perspective high ground push. Espada heroes are awful at dealing with high ground sieges more broadly. PL sort of has to, you know, you can throw out the spirit lances, but it's not super useful all the time. I guess Ember Spirit is pretty good with the Slide of Fist. But if they want to mount a push in earnest, it's not very easy on the side of... It's not very easy to defend for Team Espada. They have smoked as well. They're trying to catch somebody as they come out of the base. They've picked up these bounties. ILTW is gonna die, mate. And gonna try and escape from this. And the shackle shot, ooh, doesn't connect onto the real one. BKB now activated by the Wind Ranger. She wants to turn and fight this immersion. Gonna get seen, gonna get charged, gonna get died. Because all he's gonna fly is gonna catch him. No, they're not. If that shackle had landed from the Wind Ranger onto Nyx, 100% kill. But it doesn't, so no kill. It's chilled. And there's no stress. Top lane, Nyx might get doomed. Nope. That was a bit of a misplay. I think they could have just committed the chrono for that. If you Shadow Blade chrono directly onto Ember Spirit, there's no possibility of you getting the remnants out. Charge now, ILTW. Iceberg finds himself trying to run away with Windrun, but unfortunately a track will spot him out, and they're just going to get this kill onto Misha. Silent now, chrono onto ILTW. They're going to try and get this kill. Mystic Flare right now as well onto the Phantom Monster. Phantom Monster has gone down. Doom going to be chasing down the Sand King. They want to try and find more kills towards the other end of the fight. Silence forcing a bit low. BKB popped by him as well as Iceberg. Iceberg hasn't popped her BKB as of yet. Silence. Will he be able to get a time walk off? No, he will not. And Iceberg is going to die. That's the first life taken away. Non-Grata on the high ground as well, running away from this track. And BKB will be popped now by Iceberg after being enfeebled. Sure, there's going to be a Dust of Appearance as well as a track, but can they catch the zero? It's a very low duration BKB because she got it so early. So she's actually going to die very soon. BZZ is perfect, doesn't even need to follow up with a Burrow Strike from that. So very strong fight taken by Team Espada. They managed to split up the fight into 3 distinct components, and as a result are able to win. Not without penalty, it does cost them 2 buybacks to make that happen. But in this situation, definitely worth it. Look how much gold bounty got. 1500 gold for him. Also going to try and pick off this courier top. Now it's going to be in the trees. It'll be safe.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
LTW now has claimed this mid tier 2 tower. Top immersion's going to die again. Just gonna get ticked out by Non-Grata. Thank you, Infernal Blade. So now questions have to be asked for Windstrike. After giving up that Aegis, they have to decide what, especially the itemization next for Iceberg. If he's gonna go for Lincoln Sphere, Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Bloodthorn. The field is very open with that kind of hero. They have also smoked right now from the side of Windstrike, trying to find somebody errantly farming in the trees from Team Espada. Unfortunately, everybody's on the other side of the map, so this is not going to happen. Everybody just chilling bot. So both teams have made rotations. Oh, Nyx at least gets a kill at middle. Brings down Olays on a fly. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's nice. Nyx is very dangerous right now, though. With level 20, Blink Dagger, Maelstrom, and Lincoln Sphere, this hero does not play. I'm kind of surprised he chose not to go for True Strike, given that he's playing up against the Wind Ranger. But still, the 10% magic amp is still no joke. And that's the way the bulk of his damage comes from. So, not entirely surprising they chose to go for that. Especially considering that it factors onto your items' magic damage. Or at least I believe it does.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, it's spell amp, not magic amp.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Because this is magical damage, yeah. So it shouldn't work on the procs. Didn't it used to? There was some hero. Queen of Pain spell steal worked off of item procs as well, so I don't know. Gonna get the stomp just directly onto Bounty Hunter. Easy kill onto the BH. Silent is looking for somebody else nearby, but Espada is like, not a fuck, do we even want to be near there?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Next TP's top, leaves a remnant down, gets out, lol. So with this tower down, they're gonna try and force this fight. They have all their ultimates, they have Chrono, they also know that if PL happens to die again, that there won't be a PL for a long time, as well as the Bane to a lesser extent. And also Iceberg has Axe, so you can spam out this tier 3 tower as often as possible. It looks like the decision from her is gonna be the Daedalus. Daedalus is going to be the next big pickup. Oh, BZZ is perfect, jumping onto the Faceless Void. Will he be able to get the burst damage? Yes, they do. Iceberg also fell very low. And the ultimate coming in from Void is going to fly onto BZZ is perfect, not enough to win the fight. Non-Grata having to run away from LTW because LTW just does way too much damage right now. Nyx going forward, lead the charge. They're waiting for this BKB to expire so they can get the chains off. They don't even need it. This is going to Spirit Lancer, he's going to die straight up. Misha grabs the kill from that. Refuses to give ILTW a triple kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That was a bit strange, if I'm honest.
Dire are scanning.
That entire fight, just their positioning, especially leaving the Faceless Void so far forward when you're already using the Iceberg Windranger as your primary damage dealer onto the tier 3. Bit of an odd decision there, but you know, still Nestima tier 3. You lose a bunch of money, you get tracked up, and this gold graph. This gold deficit has fallen from being at 7k a couple of minutes ago to being at 1k only in favor of Windstrike. And now it's going to be basically 0 because this track kill they're going to get on always on a fly is going to be split 4 ways. Yeah. Got you. So now the game's even though a tier 3 tower is in favor of Windstrike. I have to say, these entire qualifiers, it's felt like Team Espada's just always been punching above their weight class. And right now they're taking it to Windstrike. Espada's been playing a lot of qualifiers, you know, been in the tier 2 CIS seed for a while, but doesn't mean that because you're not going to events and stuff that you still can't be playing some really solid Dota. And they have. I must say, Nyx has been outstanding this game. Played very close to the edge. Hell, even this bounty, Immersion has done a lot for the victory of this game if they end up winning. Like a whole lot. Been instrumental with his tracks. Now I'm gotta get it gone on a little bit. Gonna get tracked up. Nyx will catch him out with the slight chains combo. Chrono will fly out from our silent. Nightmare just fell directly onto the PL. ILTW protected for a while, but now the Fiend's Grip flying out onto the Faceless Void. Faceless Void being kept low. ILTW ultimated up by Always Wanna Fly. Next on the backline has already brought down the Scarlet Maze. They do now lose the Phantom Lancer and Spirit. Silent now to take the fight. BZ is perfect now. Epicenter coming on onto 3 heroes with the Borrow Strike onto 2 as well. Silent falling a bit low. Nyx just running out with the magic damage directly onto the Windranger. Windranger will die. Always Wanna Fly now trying to escape through the trees. The Borrow Strike from BZZ will catch him and kill him. Nyx. Who needs the Carapace one when you have the Ember player? Jesus Christ, what a play. His involvement in how much damage did he deal actually? 4,500 damage just with his Flame Guard and with tons of Sleight of Fist and with lots of Maelstrom procs. And now they can potentially get their own tier 3 tower off of this. Buyback will come out to form the Spirit Breaker at first. Windranger has one, Doom has one, as well as the Scarlet Mage. Only Silence is the outlier. And I think with that, that's enough for now. Forced 2 buybacks. They only had to buy back, or they also had to buy back on 2 heroes during their defense. Once again, did you guys see Silent? How well he was controlled? Misha, what a player. He's not inside the Chronosphere. He nightmares the ILTW PL. Waits until the Faceless Void casts his BKB. As soon as he sees the BKB come out, for him to be able to hit directly through the Nightmare, then he's like, chilled, Fiend's Grip time. By the time Faceless Void comes out of the Chronosphere, his own BKB is already expired. Here's some really big plays from both teams. Misha is just gonna get the straight up duo. He's like, what the hell is this, bro? Where is this gem? Oh, here it is. Lol. Lol, lol, lol. An entire gem is just chilling, yo. Hanging out. Windstrike, I'm more concerned at the moment with picking up this Aegis. Iceberg wants to get this for himself, get closer towards having Bloodthorn. He's gonna go Bloodthorn as well as the Daedalus. That's very bold. Lol, Immersion walks past about a gem and he's like, oh, that's an entire gem just on deck. Now they're actually ahead, 6k up, gold-wise.
Time is money.
Team Espada climbing higher and higher. Iceberg is still at the very top of the overall farm list. And now they've also poured an Aegis towards Silence. He needs a Lincoln Sphere. Yeah, he's building one right now. There's no way that this hero doesn't need Lincoln Sphere. After that previous engage, the fight slowed down. ILTW did finish off the full Heart of Tarask, almost has access to a butterfly as well. Right now, even walking around without having to actually have this Hood of Defiance in his inventory, because he's like, whatever. If I've got 3k HP, bonus HP regen from the Hood is not going to make me tankier, nor will the HP block or the magic damage block make that much of a difference. So, end of the day, doesn't really matter. Oh, also, by the way, while we have a small lull in the action right now and things are just chilling and calm, everybody that's here in the stream, you see this little handle right here that says _snare_? If you want to, follow me on Twitter. If you don't want to, then you absolutely have to follow me or follow this particular Twitch page. Gotta like it, follow it, whatever you need to do. If you want to buy beta subscriptions, you can. That's optional. But a requirement is that you follow the page itself. Because, you know, need to know when shit's happening. Besides, you're getting a free cost. You're not paying at all for the cost. So, yeah. Just do that. It'll cost you literally nothing. And, yeah, it'll help me a lot. It'll help me. It'll be more worthwhile for me to do this if there's a larger follower audience than if there's a small follower audience. So please and thank you, do that for me, guys. Thanks. If you haven't already. If you have, then it's chilled. Actually, no, if you have, then you have to make a Reddit thread about me. So those are the rules. At least follow my Twitch. Ideally, make a Reddit post. And the middle lane is following me on Twitter. So that's what's up. You guys can decide how you want to handle that. I could actually spend the next like 4 minutes advertising because Espada doesn't want to fight while there's an Aegis online. And Windstrike need to farm to get some of their key items going, especially this Lincoln Sphere. They're gonna try for the fight right now though. But look what Espada is doing. They're very intelligent about this. They understand that Windstrike desperately want to use this Aegis because they know that they're starting to fall behind. Their lineup was supposed to be much further ahead than it was right now. PL and Ember definitely scale
Dire's
better
bottom shrine is under
than the
attack.
Wind Ranger and Faceless Void. So Espada is chilled about this game. They can wait this out on the high ground for now. I mean, they've lost a shrine. That's kind of unfortunate. They're going to lose it tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower is
But
under
LTW is
attack.
going to go to farm top then.
Fallen.
He can almost buy the butterfly and have buyback as well. Yo, do not even think about not having buyback in a game like this. Buyback is an absolute necessity. Wind Ranger picks up the MKB now to deal preemptively with that butterfly. And will they try to do something on this side of Windstrike again? The first smoke gank did not succeed. Unfortunately, they weren't able to leave behind any good vision, given that they know for an absolute fact that there's a gem on the other side of the map.
Haste.
Illusion.
And they're gonna try again on the side of Windstrike. They really want to use this. We've got 30 seconds until this Aegis goes down.
Radiant
Silence.
are scanning.
What the hell is up with this? Oh, wait, no, this observer watch saw them smoking. I was wondering, how the hell did they know? But yeah, they have vision. Tends to help a lot. If you play around your wards and you can win the game. Sparta's actually been playing really well for quite some time now. They've actually made basically no mistakes and have been exploiting the win strike mistakes. I mean, they're not even making the classic mistake right now that a lot of teams make in a situation where you know the enemy team is out there out farming you. They understand that, yo, we're actually stronger than they are. Sure, they're going to get some CS out of this in the interim. But the fact that we'll be able to take the follow-up fight, and they know that the Aegis has expired, so they're actually going to kill Silent. BZZ is going to find him, they're going to Burrow Strike him, he's going to die because he's going to get beat. Oh my god. Big plays from Espada. Just perfectly timed. Doesn't have to be more or less than that. Just doing the right thing at the right time basically makes you a good Dota player. And we saw Espada
Never refuse gold.
making that happen very, very well. Nyx now picks up a Shiva's God. So he is quite dangerous. Man, that's such a nice kill to pick up. They haven't been able to go for this high ground yet. Ember does not have BTs though. Oh, they almost got the Doom onto him, but he got off the Remnant. And now they know where Doom is. Non-Grata, okay, Non-Grata is doing this though. And oh my goodness, look at the damage onto our Scareth mate. Iceberg falling a bit low. Nyx is jumping directly onto him. The triple Remnant forward. One more slide of fist will be able to kill him. Nyx though falling a bit low. Chrono onto him, but there's the Aeon Disc as well. So he's gonna survive for a while. But taking damage throughout that though. Buybacks came in from 3 heroes just to get that one kill onto Nyx. They need to get a lot more out of this for this to be worthwhile. But looks like Espada is content with this. They're gonna just try and retreat right now. Double buyback and a Chronosphere just to get the solitary Ember Spirit kill. Everyone else has TP'd out. Immersion still has the gem. Iceberg does not, so he doesn't even know that he's walking right by this bounty. You'll see the bounty snag the DD rune right in front of his face. But Iceberg will be unable to do anything about that. Immersion, immersion, immersion. Actually, just Espada, Espada, Espada. 3 buybacks, guys. 3 of them were necessary to get that kill onto the high ground. And Ember still got the kill first. Oh man, this is... They just need to find a way to bring down a tier 3. But eventually they will. That's the one thing though, right? In favor of Espada, or in favor of Windstrike. Sure, they're behind at the moment, but they are very much aware that their ability to push high ground is much better than the Espada side. Just, you know, you have Wind Ranger with Aghanim Scepter. Much easier to do. Alright, let's see. Are they going to smoke again? Who's carrying the smoke? Normally it's Immersion. Ah, they're not. They're just going to run at them. Clear out this bottom wave. BZZ is perfect. Also has Aeon Disc now, so it's much more difficult to kill this hero too. Always on a fly. Look how frustrated the Spirit Breaker's been. For the last like 5 minutes, he's only been charging. Whenever Spirit Breaker is charging reactively, you know you're having a bad time. This hero, ideally, you charge in with your team. You know what you guys are going to do. The hero that you're charging on is completely taken aback. Like, oh, what the hell is happening here? But been forced to play almost pure defense for a while. This is an example of what I mean, right? They take this shrine and it's super easy for them. You just can't take fights. Iceberg probably needs to buy BTs. They need to put this hero on effectively permanent split push duty. Or split push or permanent find the opportunity to take Rax duty. Because if there's ever an opening towards the top side of the map and Espada are either, let's say, in the Roshan pit, or they're trying to push the high ground, and Wind Ranger is able to find that space and exploit that by bringing down a Rax, it's probably worth trading Rax at this point, just given how difficult it is to fight up against Espada. Another complication is that Silence can only actually kill one hero right now inside a Chronosphere. Because look at this, right? PL has Hot. It'll take the whole duration of hitting him to kill him inside Chronosphere, provided you get basically every additional bash. Oh, Easy kill onto always on a fly. And track kill at that. Yay, free money. Anyway, Hot, you almost have to commit the full chrono duration to killing him. BZZ is perfect, has Aeon Disc, same situation, full duration. Nyx has Aeon Disc, and we saw actively in the previous chrono that it took the entire duration of the chrono to actually kill this Ember Spirit. And if you want to be killing Immersion, you actually don't want to be killing Immersion or Misha in the Chronosphere. And Misha is just not getting caught. Okay, here we go. They're trying to go into the Ember Spirit. But look, Nyx is still alive right now. Gets Nightmare up by Misha as well. Stays alive, able to get the Remnant out. And non-Bloodder going for a further kill. They bring down Misha from that. The Doom does fly out. But the damage is flying through thick and fast coming in from Nyx. But here is also engagement coming in from Iceberg. BZZ, epicenter combo catches onto our Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger will die thanks to a slide of this combo from Nyx. Nyx right now with the chains directly onto non-Bloodder. Non-Bloodder goes down under the Feast Grip from Misha. Onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker is going to go down thanks to BZZ is perfect. ILTW got doomed up in the previous fight, but ends up just buying back because they know they can get the free Aegis for the Phantom Lancer. But they don't want the Aegis. They want the high ground. In fact, they want the game and they got the game. Windstrike. Take it all. GG. Well played in favor of Team Espada. And we are tied up 1-1 in a series that I did not expect to be tied 1-1. Hell, I didn't even think this game would go to a third one. But, damn. Damn. They came through in the clutch. Team Espada definitely deserve that victory. Like, yo, guys, they are... It's actually kind of difficult to even start describing how well they did in that situation. But we're gonna try anyway, right? Oh, vote for MVP. Nyx. Come on, guys. Come on. I'll accept Misha as well. Misha put in so much work. Alright, so I can actually run through MVP level plays from all of the players. Misha at one point. So Misha's there in the fight, right? Every single time there was a Fiend's Grip, it was either to stop Faceless Void from attacking somebody inside the Chronosphere, immediately afterwards to stop Spirit Breaker from running away from the fight, or to trap Iceberg from using Wind Run. Never a spurious use of the Fiend's Grip. More importantly, every time you use Nightmare, it was inside the Chrono or to set up a very powerful team fight. On the other side, you have Immersion, who got so much vision going this game. Jesus, it was insane. I mean, Misha bought the wards, but they have to be placed somewhere. And Immersion was walking around a lot, trying to make sure that this team has perpetual vision of the enemy sides of the map. Like, we saw Nyx just doing incredible things, dealing out 31k damage, not falling drastically behind Iceberg in the laning phase, but able to rally himself, come back, not actually get brought down. Man, that was... I mean, even ILTW stayed very calm and just stayed ahead of everybody in terms of overall CS. His team is like, hey, dude, we're losing. He's like, that's y'all are losing. I'm doing fine out here. And as a result, they take this game 1-1. Even BZZ is perfect, guys. Come on, you saw those stunts, right? You saw his laning phase. This guy, just everything was perfect. And they were losing so drastically. But they take that one successful fight as Windstrike was actually trying to push their advantage to the high ground with their first Aegis. And from there, just went all downhill. You lose a team fight with Track online. Yeah. And then suddenly the hero of this bounty hunter starts to skyrocket well past the worth of a hero like the Spirit Breaker, who you actually can't play defensively. So the moment they were forced into a defensive posture, Windstrike just didn't really have the ability to come back and win the game at the end. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for now. 1-1 is going to be the score at the moment. And the game will be continuing soon. Teams are going to take a break, remake the lobby. And one more game to go to see who's going to be our first grand finalist. Grand finalist for the CIS region TI8 qualifiers. So ladies and gentlemen, stay glued to your seats and screens. We'll be right back with some more Dota 2 action. And remember, if you haven't already, follow the channel, follow me on Twitter, and or make a Reddit thread about me. And we'll be right back, a couple of minutes, more Dota 2 action. Remember the instructions. Follow, follow, follow. Follow, follow, follow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Dota 2 action. This is, last game of the CIS portion of TI8 qualifiers today. And going to be the first finalist in the grand finals will come from one of these two teams in this final game. That's it. You win once, you're in the best of 5, you win that, you go to TI. So at minimum 6 more games, minimum 4, excuse me. 3, no, 4, yeah. At minimum 4 more games, at maximum 6 after this, minimum 3 more games. So for either of these two team lineups, it matters a lot to win. If you don't win, then you have to play a minimum of, let's see, a minimum of 6 if you don't win, yeah. And then a maximum of 9 games. 9 games. You can cut out 3 games right off the top. Just win. Just on 1. It's not that hard. So, Windstrike versus Sparta. The Sparta, look at the respect being shown by Windstrike. They just summarily ban away that bounty hunter that we saw from Immersion. They even take away the Warlock. Seen them ban this a lot versus Sparta. Most teams ban it versus Sparta because Misha's Warlock is incredible. So, don't even give him the possibility. And Naga gonna be the first pick. Oh, also I didn't say, but to those of you here watching, thanks. Hello, what's up? Shout out to all of you. You're all pretty great for being here. Well, pretty great in general, I hope, but extra great for being here. If you want to be extra great, follow me on Twitter. Follow this particular Twitch page or make a Reddit thread about me. If anybody makes a Reddit thread about me, I'll give that thread gold straight up without any hesitation. But now in the game itself, with this first pick, Naga from Windstrike. So that changes a bit of how Espada are going to be approaching this game, because now you have to think, who do we want, Jakiro or Disruptor, to remove from the pool so that there's no Naga combo shenanigans. And they're just gonna go for the Sand King. They're like, whatever bro, you draft what you need to. They could go like Sand King Disruptor, which has always been a super strong combo, and I think it's strong enough to sometimes resist the Naga Jakiro. You could even go Sand King Jakiro if they really wanted to, because that's also a stupidly powerful aggressive dual lane that could actually play up against the Naga Disruptor.
5 seconds
So
remaining.
let's see. Personally, I prefer like the Sand King with Disruptor. As much as you want to steal Naga Jakiro. Oh, there's Ghost Gareth Mage. Yeah, they're like, whatever. If it ain't broke, we're not gonna fix it. 2 of the heroes that they had in the previous game. I mean, they have to change 1 hero given that the bounty was banned. But right now, they don't feel like Windstrike has done anything that they can't deal with. This still gives them extremely strong lanes. Naga, not necessarily known as the hero that can muscle out aggressive dual lanes or deal with Scarlet Mage spam in the off lane. So Windstrike now, what did they pick here last game? Last game they picked Doom here, right? So they went for the non-Grata hero. So what is gonna be, are they gonna do the same? Get like a pit load. I think now you definitely need a pipe builder if you're gonna be playing on the side of Windstrike. So Underlord, Tidehunter. Brewmaster's kind of way too temperamental up against Gareth Mage, because you can just silence from afar mid-cast animation, and that's really annoying. Hell, they could even run the Jakiro like in the offlane if they really wanted to, but yeah, they probably don't really want to.
Team ban.
Oh, but they picked Jakiro anyway. I think they'll decide where this Jack is going as time goes on. They're just like, alright, we've got this hero for the time being. That's all we really need to complement the Naga Siren, make sure that the combos go through. We'll decide how we want to lane it later on. That probably helps their decision making to pick Jakiro over Disruptor as well. I mean, above and beyond Jakiro just being naturally better in this combination right now anyway, I think it also, the fact that Jakiro can be run in multiple lanes allows them to not have to have committed for their 2 supports right now. So Espada doesn't just have to, Espada won't just ban offlane heroes knowing exactly what it's going to be, because they can be like, alright, we'll put Jakiro offlane and give some other hero the hard duty of supporting this game. So a semi-flex pick. Not a complete flex pick, but a semi-flex pick with this Jakiro. Espada is in the same situation, right, with the Sand King. The Sand King can go both pos 4 as well as 3. I do not like Scarlet Mage though not having some semblance of money. Especially levels. Just getting Scarlet Mage involved in kills is very important. So I would kind of hope that they keep the Scarlet Mage as the pos 4, get something else as 5. Actually, no, it doesn't really matter anymore. Now that I think about the new role of the Scarlet Mage, it's more about spamming out the lane and then being there for a crucial Ancient Seal later on down the line. So they could still put this as pos 4 Sand King and have these two heroes work together.
Radiant team ban.
Espada banned Doom from non-Grata. So now it's their turn to show some respect. Actually, Espada, I'm surprised that they're the ones that banned Lycan. I think they picked Lycan more than Windstrike has. So LTW's played a lot of Lycan. Windstrike, where does this go next? They've already got some really good team fight, right? Between these two heroes.
Dire team ban.
Oh, they banned PL. So that's the hero that they played up against in game 2 and lost. 2 respect bans is pretty decent. But given that Espada is let off with 2 heroes from the previous game, it's acceptable to show respect in this way. And you never want to be playing Jakiro versus Phantom Lancer. It's awful. They might go Slok actually, Espada. Yo, this could be a great Slok game. Still allow for Scarlet Mage to be able to get off some Mystic Flare combos. Yeah, if they pick Slok, Slok seems like a pretty strong one. Lifestealer banned away by Espada.
Radiant team
So that means Centaur, Pitlord, Gyrocopter. I haven't seen Gyro in such a long time. I'm so happy. Well, they're mostly picking it as it's actually a great pick this game because for 2 reasons, right? Firstly, it combos up very well with your own team fight with the Sand King, Scarlet Mage as well as Gyro. Lots of magic damage, flak cannon damage is pretty good as well. Solidifies your lanes even further because that's one of the biggest strengths of the hero. That being said, the second reason why that's amazing is that it also takes it away from the Windstrike lineup. We've seen the Naga, Jakiro, Gyrocopter combo many times. So them not having an option for that is pretty good. And they banned the Lifestealer just before they made this pick, which is one of the best heroes versus Gyro in the game. Juggernaut is a close second, I think, in terms of like individual 1v1 core matchups. But I don't think you really want to have Jug. Clock is a good pick here. So more teamfight initiation. This is going to be their offlane hero now. A hero that doesn't necessarily get destroyed and demolished by the Gyrocopter. If the Naga is able to drag at least 1 creep wave back for him for the Clockwork Goblin and he gets level 3, then you can continually farm with the Rocket and you'll always be in a good situation. And this is a hero that likes buying Blade Mail, and Blade Mail can destroy Gyrocopter. So Gyro's going to have to go for the very early BKB. They do go back for this Disruptor, so it's going to be the Sand King Disruptor with Scarlet Mage. I did say that I like this combo. I am glad to see they go back for it. Disruptor as well is very good at the Gyrocopter. Enables excuse me, enables a lot of their team fight in that regard. Now, yo, you need a pipe carrier so badly now. Now you actually don't have an option. It was bad enough with the first 2, but you actually don't have an option but to pick one. We might see one of those games where they go back for Omni Knight now. Or SF for the mid lane first. Oh no, wait, Clockwork is the off laner. Oh god, they don't have a pipe carrier. Oh god, they're gonna lose on Windstrike. I like SF though, because, you know, Clockwork, SF, some cheese is always nice. It's much easier to win a game when you start in a winning position. So Shadow Fiend Clockwork allows you to do that together. As well, this is also for the team fights themselves, right? After Naga is able to get the song off, Ice Path down, you can also set up for a Requiem being channeled. Very often in the midst of team fights, a Shadow Fiend, it's a bit awkward to find positioning to cast your Requiem if you don't have Yules or Shadow Blade, because people just see you and they run away from you. But in this game, with Jakiros, Nagas, and Clockworks, the enemy can be held in place long enough for you to both cast your Requiem and still be useful in the ensuing fight. Espada ban, oh, like, they actually banned the Jug as well. So both heroes that are good against the top 2 heroes versus Gyro are removed. What's left? Like, Slog's not that great in this game because there's Burrow Strike, Silences, Kinetic Fields, etc. You don't want to actually play that hero. What do they go for the safe lane here on the side of Windstrike?
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Let's see. The Sparta need a mid hero to go up against SF Clark. So we've seen in China, if this was a Chinese game, this would be 100% a TA ban from Winstrike, because the Sparta would just pick TA. That seemed to be the best lane counter up against the Clockwork SF. Lina doesn't do too terribly either, nor does the Wind Ranger. They probably won't pick the Templar though. It's a bit of a temperamental hero. I do actually like Templar. It's a hero that can deal relatively well with SF. Doesn't do too terribly with the scaling. Right now, if you look at the heroes on the side of Windstrike, them bringing down, if she's not caught inside either Jakiro Ice Path or the Clockwork Cogs, there's no way to control a hero like the Templar Assassin, provided she has Blink Dagger. A game where they don't have any BKB piercing disables on the side of Windstrike. They only have one source of physical damage. Yeah, go TA. Well, we'll see with this last hero pick for Windstrike for their safe lane. I hope they don't go Slok, but they might go for like a Sven. Or a Troll wouldn't be too terrible, actually. Yeah, a Troll can deal relatively well with Gyrocopter. If you buy early BKB, just get up in his face and bash him to death. Back in the day, we'd see a lot of Weaver, but no, this is not a game for Weaver. What's it gonna be, boys? A Lone Druid. Ah, this is actually very interesting. This can work. This would... I imagine that you go for the ranged form here. Radiance is not going to really serve you that much. Ideally, you just want the bear to tank up magic damage from the Gyrocopter for you, or to just be up in his face, hopefully rooting him, allowing you to throw in right clicks. So that's what I want to expect to see from Silence Lone Druid. But we'll see. Game has yet to actually go underway.
5 seconds remaining.
Espada, Espada, Espada. What are they going to get for this last pick? They could actually go for that Ember Spirit again, honestly. No, actually, no, they can't. They got bodied in the lane versus Clockwork SF. But he got bodied in the lane last game and it didn't seem to make a difference. So, I don't know. I wonder what Misha's asking Nyx is like, bro, what you want? What you want this time? What's going to win the game? Homeboy's like, bruh, pick for me anti-mage. Nah, I won't pick anti-mage. They'll pick like Lina, Ember, one of these things. Maybe even Storm Spirit. This might be one of those few games where Storm is playable. But there's not really that much to control that hero. There's Ensnare and perhaps Ice Path and the Lone Druid, Primal or the Raw. The Savage Roll, not the Primal Roll. Primal Roll is Beastmaster. They will be picked there.
Now select your heroes.
Alright, so 3 of the 4 heroes we saw in game number 2 are coming back into the fold right now. Okay. What do you guys think? Who's gonna win this one? I am not really sure. Hmm.
10 seconds remaining.
This game, I think Windstrike have a better opportunity to win than in the previous one, because they don't have supports that just get progressively more useless as the game goes on. Oh, what's up, Olga boy? How you doing, fam? I think this is probably this is a toss-up. I don't even want to call this one. Oh, I have to send out a tweet about this. Oops. Alright, cool. I have done the right thing.
Prepare for battle.
We've seen this early smoke from Sparta right now.
Oh, I can't believe what we're seeing! What
And
just
stocks are so
happened?
cheap. Oh, thanks, G. Constant Lacoste voice. Lol. I hope there's nobody out there that feels the same about my voice. That feels like, yo, games are intolerable the moment that you have to have me on them. Misha's trying to pop some smokes right now. His own smoke is gonna expire, so they'll know that there's probably an observer ward out. Did they pick him out mid? Yeah, they did. Jakiro's gonna... That was actually... I don't know if that was actually the correct decision from Misha. He was trying to pop smokes to defend his team, but that actually might get him de-warded in the mid lane. And here is this bullshit. Yay. Yay.
30 seconds to battle.
Free plus 22 damage. Oh, okay, they're not gonna go for the full 24. Okay, I get it, right? I get it. It's to make sure this game is fair. Okay, I see. This is so ridiculous. No, I know you're trying to fake ward, but people get caught out. Because now, if anybody just plants a sentry right here, right? A place where you could de-ward here on the high ground, in the mid, and on the opposite side of the map. Easiest thing in the world for SF to take that ward away. Either way, we've got the 2-2 rune trades. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we're going in for this. It is the big one. The final game. The winner of this goes through to the grand finals of the TI8 qualifiers here in the CIS region. Got ourselves Windstrike, formerly known as Fly to Moon, getting some young sponsorship a couple of days before the tournament, before shit goes well. We have already No Fear, might die actually. Gets caught with the homing rocket. And oh, I like this actually, the fact that they put this Gyrocopter mid, who has a much better performance up against Iceberg than up against than the Ember Spirit. So this is good stuff. Iceberg not going to be as happy with this scenario, but whatever. No Fear already been spammed out by a couple of spells. He is playing the Naga Siren. Towards bottom, we do see Silent on the Lone Druid. They are thus far leaving him to his own devices, similar to game 1. Not real kill threat, pressure on 63, so why bother committing too many resources to protect him. Non-Grata at top, he's playing the Clockwork Goblin, and last but not least, always wanna fly. Fly! He's going to be playing on this Jakiro here in the top side of the map. On the side of Espada, Nyx reprising his role onto this Ember Spirit after an amazing first game. Mid lane, they actually forced the SF to go home. So how do you deal with SF Clock? Spam him with magic damage. Well done. Well done. So you always want to fly right now. Just standing around, getting some experience in the interim. ILTW is the one that's playing the Gyrocopter this game. He goes mid every now and then. I definitely think that teams that have the ability to change up the laning orientation just tend to do better than teams that necessarily have to lane in a particular way. So this is obviously good news for Team Espada. Immersion right behind him on the Skyrath Mage, just throwing out spamming spells, making life complicated for the enemy mid laner. 633 aka BZZ is perfect, playing on the Sand King down at bottom. And top, Nyx already trying to find a kill onto Non-Grata with this Flame God. Is he gonna get him? He's actually got... Oh my goodness. They find him between him and Misha. Misha on the Disruptor, having thrown out the Thunderstrike. They secure the kill. Alright, so let me just put some context to this, right? Game 1, or game 2 rather, Nyx gets demolished in the mid lane. Gets completely hard countered. And has an excellent game still thereafter. This game is having a good start, so... Yeah, let's see what happens. No Fear. Oh, you bet Team Serenity? What a guy. Then you know what's up. BZZ is perfect. Just running away a bit. But not gonna fall prey to any shenanigans. Iceberg. Iceberg is hating life right now. Because he's not actually able to move forward and utilize the bonus damage that he got from the Clockwork in order to farm. And now the fact that they've also forced away one of these lost mangoes from this Jakiro means that, sure, throw out the Breathe Fire or the Dual Breath, but eventually you're going to run out of mana well before Immersion does. You do a lot less damage. In fact, you're going to run out of HP. This Magic Stick is going to be nice, and the charges will be great. But it's not eternal. For 5 minutes, 90 seconds is a long time away, guys. So it's a bit of a wait, unfortunately. for our Jackie boy. Top, Nyx looking for non-grata. Does Misha have level 3? Misha has 3, but Misha is choosing... This is something I've seen a lot of these CIS disruptors do. When they hit level 3, they... For example, in Southeast Asia, when you hit level 3 on disruptor, I know you have glimpse. Guaranteed, right? There's no way you're not leveling glimpse. But I've seen in CIS, they very often go for either 2 points kinetic, or they withhold it to see if they need to use the glimpse immediately. And right now he's just holding all his skills, thinking about the potential usage. Erstwhile middle, we had a trade of lives. Immersion gets the kill, and Iceberg also, they get a kill onto LTW. Always on the fly, trying to get some revenge onto Immersion, but unfortunately unable to dish out his comeuppance. I think that's fine though, right? If I'm on the side of Espada, I am really okay with this, because SF got no experience from that. LTW is gonna grab a 4. How did Immersion just die? Oh, he went top. Oh, denied himself. Never mind. Never mind. Right, Misha, it's 2 points Thunderstrike. Now this is something that you'll never see elsewhere. This is some shit I could not have told you would happen in advance. That we'd see a disruptor getting 2 points into Thunderstrike when he has an Ember Spirit helping him farm his lane. That is very just quite surprising, but whatever. Now they're gonna want to try find this rune. Nyx running forward inside his kinetic field with the Flame God active. Sure, they lost the bounty rune, but whatever. Get us a kill for Nyx. You're really happy with that situation. Misha does now have level 4, so could potentially try to glimpse No Fear back into the awaiting arms of his Ember Spirit, but chooses not to. What would be fire is if he waits for Clock to try TP home and then glimpses him back. Oh no, Misha's too far. If Misha was closer, could maybe have glimpsed back to Clock. Would have been a huge deal. And we see mid that it is very even between Iceberg and ILTW in terms of their CS, in terms of their levels. Hey, this reminds me of some Dota earlier on, guys. What patch was it? Just in the when Sumail just moved to after he moved to offlane, when he was hating life mid because it was 2v2/3v3 mid every time. After the advent of like I think 705 or something. Haven't seen this in a while, where both supports are actually just camping out here. Hell, they brought BZZ as perfect, and unfortunately, the Rocket Flare will catch vision of the Sand King, force him away from the mid lane. In the interim, while he's gone though, Silence is going to take full opportunity to farm out here at bottom. He's actually destroying the Sand King. Might not be able to get a full kill out onto him, but it's very difficult for a hero like Sand King to win anything that resembles a CS war up against Silence. Because you've got two heroes, you're just by yourself. Of course, the finale is not that game breaking, and good god, look how much health he just lost right there. Might have to go Shrine from this. Courier almost died, but it's not going to. Tier 1 tower being sieged out right now. Silence bringing it down with his bear top lane. Might have an engagement. Nyx fell very low on HP. Non-Grata goes in, battery assault. Misha has already glimpsed, so they will not be able to further expand upon their aims there at top. Look at the stack that Silence intends to take later on. He's been stacking it using the Helm of the Dom and the Centaur Conqueror that he has on him. Might actually just use this to tank up the creeps as well, allowing him to farm them faster. BZZ did eventually have to go for the shrine. This tower's gonna fall at bottom. Silent just uses the battle cry. Or the rabbit. Battle cry is the one that you get from the true fall.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
This hero is not played nearly enough. The Lonjo top lane, not Grata. Just threw out some cogs just for lols. He's like, whatever. Nyx is second in CS, only behind Silent. And Silent has been doing phenomenally well. He's going to try and make a rotation towards mid as well with the Centaur Conqueror. This Observer Ward is going to protect them. Immersion. Having a good idea about what might happen if Silent is able to take over this lane. Pops down the ward. Gives enough insurance for ILTW to get out of trouble. They will lose Immersion though. Dies unfortunately thanks to just being surrounded by everybody. Now here we go. This high ground siege shall begin. Silent now has access to the rabbit. They've already thrown out. Tower's taking some damage. Always on a fly, throwing out the liquid fire as well, making it harder for Espada to repel this push in its entirety. But thankfully they have ILTW, who has Flat Cannon, Rocket Barrage, so Creep Wave gets cleared out fairly quickly as well. Now it's ILTW actually, that's the one that's super behind in the mid lane. He's still behind Iceberg, even though they had similar amounts of CS. But more importantly, very behind the Lone Druid. Silence at 4k net worth. Only player next to him is going to be Nyx. It's actually funny, now they swapped roles between Nyx and ILTW. Nyx was the one prior having the most difficult laning phase of his life. Now ILTW, I wouldn't say the most difficult, but hasn't necessarily been fun for him in this lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But the most interesting thing is obviously going to be the item build for the Lone Druid, right? Everyone else's item build is sort of locked in. Hold out, does connect onto Iceberg, but the Homing Rocket follows up well afterwards. And there's no additional damage. They have smoke now to support, as well as Nyx. They're coming in from the mid lane. They're going to try go for Ember Spirit. Their Flame God will come out from Nyx, and they've gotten that kill. The initiation from No Fear as well as Non-Guard. They get caught inside some calls, and the Barrow Strike from BZZ is perfect. Will push both of these heroes back. Non-Guard trying to run himself away. Nyx doesn't necessarily even need to use the chains. He's going to rip it forward. Chains now directly out onto No Fear. No Fear falling low. Homing Rocket will chase him. He's going to die though. Nyx, one more right click. All he needs going to be a double kill for the Ember Spirit. Fight's not over just yet. Misha looking for Always on a Fly. Always on a Fly. Juki is driving around the trees. Gets caught inside the kinetic field. The Barrow Strike will be there for BZZ is perfect. They catch him on the high ground. They bring him down. Triple kill for Nyx. Here is the Iceberg Shadow Fiend though. He wants one long range raise. Already threw it out. So he cannot complete the kill onto Iceberg. The Savage Roar as well from the Bear. Not able to catch out BZZ is perfect. So they cannot catch vision of this hero. And he escapes. 4 heroes have gone down here in this mid lane. And the Sparta, they came in to help out the Gyrocopter. They succeed. Now ILTW is more farmed than the SF. Not going to last for long though. They're basically even. Nyx got a triple kill off of that. Previous game he had his Maelstrom much later than he wanted to. Not going to be the case this time. It feels like right now on the side of Windstrike they just have to play around Silent. I don't think Iceberg is ready for that kind of responsibility yet. So Silent needs to be the one trying to make these plays. They are going to try and go for this fight top though. They've already smoked on the side of Espada. Somebody else, Nyx is coming in on the back side of the fight. Will they catch him out? They see him now. The hook shot going in. Non-Guarda. They want to get this kill. Mystic Flare dropping down right now. They've already gotten the first one. Non-Guarda does go down, but he takes No Fear down with the ILTW. Getting a further one. Nyx will be able to dodge the ensnare. Macropire dropped down by Always Wanna Fly. The chase going forward from Ember Spirit. The spam from Immersion going to try and make this a little bit more complicated. And now Icepaw doesn't connect further on. Nyx just really wants Silence. He finds Silence. ILTW doesn't have cooldown anymore. And here comes BZZ though. BZZ, Barrow Strike will catch out both the Bear as well as the Lone Druid. But they do not have enough health on Nyx to keep him alive. Icepaw now will catch out onto BZZ is perfect. BZZ is going to fall at top. One more raise is all they need, but they're just going to commit the Riptide rather, and No Fear will bring him down. And atop all that, they also managed to claim the tier 1 tower in the top lane. So after that last engagement at mid, it is now the turn of Windstrike to strike back.
Radiant's
Take the
bottom
fight.
tower is under attack.
I think Espada kind of underestimated them there, because they came in with Misha and ILTW first, and with Nyx eventually, wrapping in from the backside of the fight. But they only made BZZ's Imperfect available a little bit too late. Now we're going to see Windstrike trying to make a counter smoke themselves. No Fear leading the charge. Does have level 6, so can commit the song to try catch Ember. Nyx is going to be fine. Little did they know that he was out of remnants though. So that was some potential for them to actually find that kill onto the Ember Spirit. I think they thought, oh, he's probably got the perma chase, so there's no way we catch him even with Song. But had they initiated with Song, they actually would have found him and killed him. We've got some lags. Lag. Oh, sorry, lag is annoying. Lag is hell of annoying. But it's chilled, no stress. Oh snap, I forgot to change the overlay. I am really liking what Espada is doing, but I'm also liking the fact that Windstrike is unwilling to sit back and allow them to take the fight to them. They actually come with all their heroes, and they are actually going to commit for the Radiance on the bear. I mean, you can do both, right? You can still go Radiance and then use that as a farming item for your more right-clicky build. So I don't think this necessarily confirms to me that he's going to be playing necessarily around the Spirit Bear. LTW already has the generic build for this gyrocopter. Drums, Ags, BKB. Not necessarily in that order. It's like whatever, it's hella boring this hero. That's why I hated seeing it. Right, the G will come out. BCC is perfect is ready. Damn. Damn. Yo. Okay. Just play Dota, guys. Very unsolicited brat there. They're gonna put some pressure on this tier 2. But they are prepared to defend this on the side of Espada. Misha's here. Immersion is nearby. So escape is not that easy for Windstrike. Not even with the Song of the Siren, because you can be glimpsed back from a winning scenario with the song. Misha gonna get ensnared. He throws the glimpse a little bit too soon, so he'll be able to find further kills out of this. Nyx might actually trying to close the gap, gets the root out. Mystic Flare does drop Savage Roar out as well. And Silent ensuring that the protection is available for his Naga Siren. And they will all be able to escape and sing Kumbaya. And take the mid-tier on tower, by the way. Kumbaya involves some tower destruction.
Dire structures are fortified.
Silent actually has so much money right now. They even TP Iceberg towards bottom just to make sure that he pushes back onto the Sion tower. And ensures that it doesn't get taken down seriously. Pull down onto Silent. But yeah, way too big right now. There's the battle cry. They could actually just take the tier 2 bottom, I think. They still have song, right? Yeah! Yeah, with level 3 Liquid Fire. And you just... Okay, maybe Silent should finish Radiance first, actually. But with level 3 Liquid Fire, a Stolen Hammer, the Dominator, Siege Creep, yeah, I think you could have taken this tier 2 tower top in the bottom lane. We're rather safe than sorry, right?
Dire are scanning.
Iceberg wants somebody to come out
Radiant's
into the mid lane.
top tower is under attack.
Always on that fight, just gonna keep doing this.
Tower
Throwing out Ice
under
Pass
attack.
into towers. $150 damage it dealt last time. He does this 11 times. The tier 2 tower should fall. Now the Climp's back. Iceberg. Oh, he has a huge hook shot coming in from non-Glada, catching 2 heroes. The Requiem is gonna get. Okay, he just killed Iceberg right there. So everyone has to escape because non-Glada died as well. BZZ, can he get the first strike? No, he cannot. That was really weird. Actually, I actually have no idea what happened. So there was a song over here, right? Okay, so let's break this down, right? At the forefront of the fight, they just jumped in with this glimpse, dragged back onto the SF, deciding they're gonna try and find a kill onto him. They kinetic field him, static storm him, and they get the grab from there. Non-Grata gets the hook shot onto 2 heroes on the backside. Oh wait, hold that thought. Mid lane, BZZ might be chased by No Fear, but nah, it's not gonna happen. Does he have blink yet? Does he not want blink in this game? Oh, there it is. He does have it, just not on himself. And the drums are for ILTW, who almost has them. Actually does have them, just needs the courier to deliver. There we go. Actually, there's a lot of items. If they smoke right now, they can take this fight still. Because they have Epicenter
Radiant's
from
bottom tower
the
is under
SK.
attack.
Misha does have a smoke. And they have a cooldown. Yeah, they should go for this fight.
Dire's top tower is
And
under
they are
attack.
going to do so.
Dire's
ILTW is going to go home
structures
first
are
just to
fortified.
regen up. He's probably going to TP in
Radiant's
onto the tier 2
bottom
tower.
is under attack.
Scarlet Mage coming in now as well. BZZ is perfect. Wants to try and find this engagement. He's going to look at least for Always on a Fly. Always on a Fly will be found out. No Fear might find himself getting glimpsed. They're going to kill Always on a Fly first. Nyx is directly on top of the Naga Siren. Naga trying to get away, but unfortunately the triple remnant forward or double into the single. Gets the kill onto Naga top lane as well. BZZ is perfect. Maybe you're going to try find something. But instead, Clockwork, non-Glada directly onto Misha. Misha, Battery Assault is not going to be available for non-Glada because of the static storm. And now there's a cooldown as well from ILTW. ILTW wants to get more damage out. Non-Glada will get homing missile. But it looks like maybe they want to end this fight right now. The flag cannon hits now, heading onto non-Grata. 1 second until we have Blink available for BZZ is perfect, but sadly he lacks the mana for the Burrow Strike. So that fight will end right there. End of the day, not the end of the world in that situation. Nyx has Maelstrom, so he can just keep farming. Silent didn't find any kills. Non-Grotto was really tanky there though. I thought he was gonna die, but did not. Can keep progress going towards having the full Blade Mail. And now Veil of Discord available for immersion. Okay. I like the Veil. They've got so much magic damage. Are they going to think about a Pipe of Insights? Yo guys, someone needs to build this pipe. Like seriously. Rads is online it seems. There we go. So now we will see. Silas was spending a lot of time walking around in the true bear form. So he might not actually be building the ranged lone druid. So playing purely around the bear. Oh, Jack's dead. Blink from BZZ. They're on him. Feels bad to you, man. Is this tier 1 tower gonna fall? Half HP? Do they have a siege dragon? Nah, I don't think it will. Yeah, it should stay alive. They might try to force it though. Let's see. Oh, Nyx at bottom gets off the steering chains onto non-Grata. Yeah, tier 1 is not gonna fall. That's the issue, right, with what's happening with the Sparta. Even if they take a decent engagement, they're 5 and 13 right now. The fact remains that they're still not that far ahead gold-wise. They're like a couple hundred gold. And actually, no, now they're behind. And they're not getting towers. There's still 2 tier 1 towers up on the map right now. In particular, they're the problematic ones if you're playing on Dire side. It's the tier 1 mid and tier 1 top. Well, tier 1 top doesn't really matter that much. No one really cares. But tier 1 mid is very important to be able to control the Roshan area. So let's see. Silent has a cloak queued up, so he's probably just gonna build himself a young Glimmer Cape. Maybe just a little Defiance. Glimmer Cape would be so interesting though if you put that on the bear and then had it cost on himself if things got dicey in the fight. So you can just maneuver from that. Oh, this is nice and old school. Iceberg wait for the straight BKB on SF. This used to be what's up. You just buy a BKB because the hero is gonna get damage from souls, will have magic damage from levels. Just merely avoiding death is what SF needs to do to be dangerous. So straight up BKB should be able to also find the Aegis right now. They don't know this is happening. Yep. They have no clue that this is going on. And we do see that the Aegis gets picked up by Iceberg as it should. He's the SF player. Always wanna fly. This guy's the future. Level 10 is going to be up right now very soon for the Jack, which should likely be in the XP gain. Oops, I'm having... It's been a bit of lag all day. It's so annoying actually. Look how fast they push down this tier too. Whoa, they're gonna try to go high ground right now. I don't think they don't suspect that everyone's set up to defend this. Nah, they're gonna back away. I think they have negative experiences from the previous game where they made almost an identical move and got demolished for it. It's different now though. They have very different heroes. So perhaps they do want to take this fight. Okay, Oliver on a fight, looks back towards the mid. Non-Grata is gonna fight. He's perfect, does get the hook shot, but now they actually catch LTW inside the power comp. He pops the BKB, but it's gonna take a lot of damage regardless. And he's gonna throw out the cooldown. Iceberg pops his own BKB, just right clicks him down, and they will be able to kill him with the additional damage from Silence Bay. Here comes Nyx though on the side. Realizes that nope, nothing to do with this. And with that particular play, they will now go for the high ground because there's no Gyrocopter. And if Gyrocopter has to buy back at this stage, great. Gyrocopter doesn't buy back, oh, they're just not going to do it at all. Nyx is still too much of a threat, especially because he has his Blink Dagger now. can get in on the back line of the fight, bring somebody down before they're really ready. So next game, once again, is going to probably come down to this Ember Spirit. Not once again. Previous game wasn't that important. Ole's gonna fly as a cloak. Silence has a cloak. Iceberg has BKB. No Fear should have a cloak. No, it just has drums. And on Grata has the Blade Mail as well as the Shadows.
Incoming!
They have lots of damage magically, but also lots of ways to resist it as well. BZZ is doing a classic creep scudding to try to keep his tier 2 tower alive. He's not going to succeed, unfortunately. The Silence has Rabbit. He's going to pop it almost immediately as he goes into his bear form. There you go. Shit, BZZ, you tried, mate. You really tried, bro. But with Rabbit as well as Battlecry, yeah, there's no chance. Oh, somebody gets glimpsed back. Then the glimpse back does SF. Iceberg is a little bit of trouble right now. Does have BKB as well as the Aegis. Chooses to use the BKB first. Does not want to give up the Aegis that easily. It's still available for about another 2 minutes. I can understand that though, actually. If you just wait the minute for the BKB to recharge, you can still use it within the duration of this initial Aegis. But if you burn the Aegis is gone and doesn't recharge. Makes sense that he would do such a thing. What's Jaro got actually? Jaro just got that BKB in the previous engagement, died anyway. Oh, still pulling the axe. Why am I even looking at Jaro? This shit was boring as shit. Yeah, I've been involved in 10 kills. It's cool. I actually can't believe I actually got sick of Jarokov. That's been one of my favorite heroes for so many years. But, you know, if you see like 40 games back to back with Jaro. Iceberg, middle. Looking towards BZZ. Ooh, the hookshot does not connect onto BZZ as perfect. That would have killed him. The damage would have been too good from Iceberg. Lone Druid, top lane, sees next. Savage rolled up, but they don't have any follow-up onto our Ember Spirit. The hookshot's already been used as well by Non-Grata, so no way to get that off. ILTW does bring down Jakiro, the bottom side of the map, but they commit the song for BZZ. Wow, wow! Is he gonna get out now? I was actually hoping he'd escape there. I don't think it was worth it to commit song for that. It's a really long cooldown right now. You know, the full 2 minutes. By the time it's back up, the Aegis will be down. Which is when you want the Aegis to be available. The song to be available. So that you can take a fight immediately as the Aegis is about to expire. Which is in the next, you know, couple of seconds. Oops. 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 Right. Pay no attention to what any of you just saw there. Anyway, right now, the LD, or the Aegis just expired. Lone Druid is creep skipping. Look at this build that Silent's going for. He's playing purely on the bear, but not the traditional bear hits you. He's got Radiance, Blade Mail, and now going for AC. So this is sort of an enabling bear. And then Iceberg is going to be the primary right clicker of the team, I guess. For dealing with heroes. They have smoked. Hopefully they can catch somebody out. Nyx might be heading back down the mid lane, but thinks better of it. They don't have any vision out here though, unfortunately. Grata's gonna find immersion. And they got 1 kill. Will they get more is the question. Drums committed at middle. Nyx taking some damage. But there you go, Savage. Oh, this could be actually be complicated. Out the Savage Road now, he's gonna zip away, zip away, zip away. And he's gone. Non-Grata now, looking towards finishing this completed Spirit Vessel. What the hell happened to this game? Why did it slow down so much? So I'm just gonna message the person that just messaged me. Okay. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I just have to put this back up. Everyone's still paused, don't worry about it. I just need to do this in order to be able to safely join the lobby that I need to join. Hold on, just join the lobby that my friend is in. Sorry about this inconvenience. I promised that somebody asked me if I'd cast the game with them soon, and I said sure, buddy. And then that was when I still thought Espada was gonna get 2-0'd like in 5 seconds, and it was gonna be the easiest thing in the world. In the meantime, that's not how it went down. In the meantime, what ended up happening was that it's a very close contest. Oh, Iceberg just died. Oops. There we go.
Under attack.
You guys didn't see that. Like, literally, as I come back properly, I just see this dude blowing up this SF. That was hella weird. Seems like he ran afoul of Misha somewhere on the map. Got glimpsed back. Was forced to use BKB. Now down to 7 seconds without actually having really won a single game. A single fight is what they needed and what they got out of that. Okay, hold on. How do you turn off the... There we go. There we go. There we go. Just gonna make sure I don't get any private messages. I should probably just close this as well. Oh, I can't. It feels bad.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So now with DD online here and Roche about to respawn in about 90 seconds, we're going to see if maybe they're going to try and get something out of this. Nyx, thanks to his Flame God, wasn't taking damage from the Radiance Burn, still able to blink forward in this lane. Almost has the Shiva's God now. It's kind of a big deal for this hero to have Shivas this early on. Because a lot of the damage that's coming out from Iceberg is going to be physical in nature. So killing Ember Spirit is even harder than it was before. And now that ILTW has also picked up an Aghanim Scepter, yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world to kill either of these heroes.
Connected.
Because now Ags gives you some beefiness that he was completely lacking before now. Are they gonna try and make a play happen somewhere? Because at the moment we just see that they're just being corralled. Windstrike doesn't want to let them leave their base at all. They're like, I'm gonna make sure we get the easy Aegis. Aegis is not online yet. They do scan that Radiant heroes in that vicinity, so Espada might actually go for a preemptive fight here without the Aegis actually being taken. They do see the Spirit Bear, and they see the Spirit Bear, the direction it's heading out. Okay, they must think it's happening, so they're gonna smoke right now. This is gonna be such a disaster. Always gonna fly is gonna break the smoke. And did they kill him? Yes, they do. BZZ is there with the Burrow Strike. Now they have Roche as it respawns. This is kind of a big deal. If they go inside Roche, and they can get her Aegis. You do kind of need to take the tier 1s though.
This is mine.
And their Roshan lineup is awful. I mean, Jaro sure has Ags, so that helps a bit, but definitely not able to right click in the same way as anything in this game. Not like SF, not like the Lone Druid. So it feels bad, man. Jaro's definitely not going to be able to take that Aegis. They just need to bring down this tier 1 tower top. And they will be met with some stiff resistance. Or actually they just won't. Iceberg will just use the DD rune to continue the Roche attempt that was supposedly happening. They're going to try smoke again to go for this. It's right on top of... Oh, it's just a sentry this time. Alright, so this time they know what's happening, but this time they're also too late. This is so ironic. When they head out falsely, it's the worst time. Will it be too late though? One more second. Oh, BZZ is perfect. Will at least be able to find the first strike. They immediately take away the Nagasai. She's dead for the cut. Now we see the record being channeled up by Iceberg. They're turning on to Nyx right now. Nyx on the forefront of the fight. BKB was also popped by ILTW. But that's actually just it. The glimpse back. Non-Grata will not be able to continue his pursuit. And Nyx jumps on him. But oh no, the Naga. Naga. Caught 3 heroes. Ice Path will catch directly onto the gyro. He's the big ticket one. They want to find this gyrocopter killer. They will succeed in doing so. Iceberg will burn away the Aegis. And the first life will be taken away. But he comes back into the fray right now. Buyback on Vampisha. Gyro does have buyback. Does not want to have to use it. And we saw 2 buybacks on the Radiant side as well. The Jakiro as well as the Nagasari. Recognize a period of strength right now. The courier is coming with something special, some butterfly item. So a lot less afraid. Where's Silence? Because Silence is really the one that needs to make this push happen. Actually, is that a full AC? Or is there still some components missing? Let's see. AC, recipe, chainmail, plate mail. Is the bear the one carrying the hyperstone? Yeah, it's a full AC. This is fucking frustrating though. They really should have pushed that advantage.
Top tower is under
But they should have
attack.
forced the gyrocopter to buy back, because gyrocopter just ended up respawning normally. Though now Gyro, having bought the Morbid Mask, does not have buyback, so they're able to find some kills here. Both teams are in a really precarious spot because they know that at least 2 of their members, at least 2 of their enemy team's members don't have buyback, but they don't know who beyond that doesn't have. And now Iceberg turning on to Misha. Misha's gonna die. Oh my goodness. 1 long range raise. Iceberg doesn't find it. Oh, instead the hookshot. Well, they find that kill. ILTW though is gonna try to find the kill onto Iceberg. Iceberg without the BKB is gonna die, even eating the cheese. And now we're gonna have the damage coming out from ILTW. They're gonna move forward. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, after this fight, I'm gonna have to stop because I have to keep a promise. Now here on the top side of the map, Clockwork taking all the damage coming in from ILTW. A triple kill for Gyro. And now we do see that they're gonna go in for more. Silence will go down thanks to the epicenter. And that's GG. That's a full fight. Full 5 man. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta go, sadly. As you can see, people are hollering at me saying, where is he at? And yeah, people keep their promises. I did promise I'd be ready at 8 o'clock to cast this game in South Africa. It is now 8 o'clock in South Africa. So I have to go and do that. So yeah, for this really abrupt end where it seems like Espada just turned shit around and they're about to actually win and head through to the grand freaking finals. God damn it. I gotta go. Thanks for being with me though, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, normally I'd end this off with a whole spiel about follow me on Twitter, make sure you follow the Twitch channel, make a Reddit thread or whatever. All of those things you should do. But also I understand because I'm leaving you guys a bit high and dry. Today it's acceptable if you guys don't. So I have to go, ladies and gentlemen. It was great to be with you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for more Dota 2 action, for more of these qualifiers. And yeah, definitely the grand finals. I'll be casting all 5 games of that, so there's no way I'm gonna miss it. But until then, sayonara, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.